Ryan, I'm so pleased to have you here on stage.
Thank you.
You know, for those of us who aren't lucky enough to get to Singapore as frequently as we'd like,
Yep.
you know, it's great to see you here. What are you going to be doing?
I'm going to do a very simple Kingfish Carpaccio. Well, I say simple, it's simple for me, but it's an interesting dish. It works with a lot of Asian flavours, but the technique behind it is very different. You know, it's not your standard Kingfish Carpaccio. Form a nice little tight boudin.
A boudin being a sausage within the encased plastic. Wow, you do that. That would have taken me a lot longer.
That's it now. What I do with this now, I pop it in the freezer and freeze it so it's nice and solid. So the idea is, at the end of it, we end up with this. This is a bigger one. This is what we used at the dinner last night. As you see, the final product is essentially a beautiful mosaic of beautiful white flesh fish. The condiments to go with this dish, the next component, like a carpaccio needs citrus or like a nice citrusy flavour to go with that. So for me, my favourite citrus is yuzu. Yuzu is a Japanese citrus that has a very distinct flavour. You want to try that?
It's sort of halfway between a grapefruit.
Kind of like a cross between a grapefruit and a lemon and a lime, and
yeah.
you can't describe the flavour until you've tried it. But to the yuzu juice, I'm just adding some white soy, not dark soy.
Mm-hmm.
The white soy, for me, has a more yeasty, fermented flavour. That's the salt. You're gonna really slowly tap this in. Ultratex 4 is a modified starch made from tapioca. And what it does, and you're gonna see it in a second, this actually helps me achieve a very thick fluid gel. So that's my gel. This is gonna add the seasoning to my dish. So next one, we're gonna add like a little umami cracker, and this is something very simple. Vietnamese rice paper. You just brush the rice paper with egg white. And then once again, the algae and nori seaweed that we blended earlier. We're just gonna dust this over the rice paper. Once we've finished, we're just gonna leave this in room temperature to air dry. Once it's dried, we're gonna end up with something that looks like this. Very dried, the egg white's dried out, okay? And then all we do is we take our pot with some hot oil. We're just gonna fry this very quickly.